So let's get started with some of the ingredients you're going to need. I have a butternut squash split into half. I also have chopped ginger. This is about I would say a tablespoon of ginger, and you can modify it to taste. I have a teaspoon of chopped garlic. I have a couple decent tablespoons of onion, 4 to 5 cloves, salt, and I use Himalayan rock salt. I don't use white salt anymore in my kitchen. And then I have some ground pepper. We also have here fresh basil, powdered nutmeg, and our cooking medium is going to be ghee. So this is what we have. And this is what you're going to need to make very yummy butternut squash soup. So the first thing we're going to do is scoop out the seeds from the squash. And these will go right into my garden. They provide some good nutrition for my plants, so they will go in the garden. And I haven't seen a butternut tree pop up in the garden yet, so we should be okay. And we eat lots of this in the winter every year. So we're gonna heat up the ghee a little bit so it's liquid. It helps us to, one, not to have to use too much, and two, it's easy to baste on the squash. So now we've scooped out everything from the cavity here, and I think it's made specially so that we can make excellent butternut squash soup. So I'm going to put our onions in there, garlic, ginger, cloves, and I'm going to put a healthy 2 teaspoons of ghee into this. What this is going to do, it's going to roast all the onions and the garlic and the ginger for us so that it's easy to digest and brings out the best taste and flavors of all these. And now we're going to baste it with a little bit of ghee. I prefer to bake because you could steam the squash as well, but baking brings out the flavors like steaming cannot, and it also, the sugars caramelize and the taste is just incredible. So we're ready. I've got ghee in there, the onions are in, there's garlic, there's ginger, our cloves are in there, and we're gonna put it, I'd like to put it in a glass dish. I don't use foil too much. And so here it is, and we're gonna turn the oven to 375. And I'm going to put it in. It's a good idea to preheat the oven. Because I haven't preheated it, I'm going to put the kitchen timer to 1 hour and 10 minutes. Here is our beautiful golden, really well cooked butternut squash. It's almost like it's really soft, and it's going to be very easy to take this off. I use every part of it, so I'm not going to waste this pulp either. So we're going to take it over to the blender now. So here's, I'm going to put it in my Vitamix jar. The onions, garlic, everything. The peel is very easy to take off if it's cooked well. You can use a knife if you like. I just use my fingers. So here's the pulp, and that's the waste from there. This can go straight into your garden. You can either blend it up or just put it in a compost pile. Now we're going to do a couple little alternatives here. If you choose to you want to add some more protein, make this a little dense and heavier, then it's a good idea. I love to add pine nuts. So I'm going to add, I would say this is about 2 tablespoons of pine nuts. So I'm just going to add plain water here today because I want to make a lighter soup. But you can add mirepoix or vegetable stock. You can add coconut milk, almond milk, regular milk if you like to. And so we're gonna add 2 cups of water to this. So here we are, we're gonna blend it in the Vitamix. I do not put it on the hot soup setting because I don't like cooking in plastic. So we're just gonna blend it. I'll take it at a higher level because I want it nice and creamy. So we blended this for about 1.5 to 2 minutes till it's nice and creamy. And now we're gonna cook it. As you can see, the texture is very, very creamy. So we're gonna add salt and pepper to taste to this. A bit of black pepper. Black pepper is wonderful for as an antioxidant. It prevents colds, it cleans your sinuses, it has tremendous benefits. So stir it all in, bring it to a nice boil. So we have 2 servings here, 2 decently sized servings. We'll pour 1. We're gonna garnish this with basil, fresh basil leaves. Now you can add a squirt of lemon, you can add cheese to this, croutons, whatever you like. So here's your beautiful butternut squash soup for you, ready to enjoy.